Happy N7 Day, everyone. This video is basically going to be a special, all about Mass Effect, which is one of my favorite, if not the favorite game franchise ever played. Originally I was going to do two videos today, but I'm actually not feeling that good. My head's kind of weird. Um, so I'm only going to basically just do the one. I do intend to do reviews of all four Mass Effect games. But that's going to be a little bit later time. Anyway, so when I first started playing Mass Effect, actually the first time I actually heard about Mass Effect was from a Let's Player who I no longer watch because he's become um, annoying as hell. And also he's become a sellout in my books. Anyway, so the first few videos I watched, I actually had to stop watching because I found it boring. Because, like, the first mission on Aim Prime was interesting, but then there is, like, about 3 hours worth of Citadel stuff, just running around doing errands, that sort of thing. And I don't mind it now, because basically it sets up for, like, the rest of the game, and it is very necessary, but still, at the time, I didn't like it. And then I gave it a second chance, and I got a little bit more into it. And then I was totally hooked by the end of the first series, like the first game. So then I started playing it myself, and as a noob, it took me a little bit to actually learn the mechanics and the systems of the game, especially since the guy who I was watching basically is a blind player and really didn't know what to do. Like, he put Caden on a sniper rifle when he's not trained for anything but a pistol. It actually says that in his thing. Like, he just didn't get it. So the first class I ever did was soldier. First romance I ever did was Ashley, and it's all right. It's kind of lost its touch a little bit because the last time I played this series fully was I romanced Ashley, and it was like, okay, you know, she's a good character, but still a bit too abrasive for me. Although I'd much rather have her than Caden, because honestly, Caden, duh, like crazy. Yeah. Um. So it took me a bit to actually get like kind of realize what to do and everything, and I did make mistakes, a lot of mistakes the first run, which is why you're not supposed to do it just once. Like, seriously, you're not. It's not a game to do just once and then leave it like forever. You have to play through it a couple times to actually get things right. Which is what I did, and then I started experimenting with classes and that. Let's see. One of the biggest mistakes I made was actually not in Mass Effect 2, not going after my crew after they were abducted by the collectors. So basically, I lost about half of them, including Kelly. And so basically, the rest of the series was kind of a bit of a downer because, like, at the last little bit of the game, like, you keep on hearing the oh, it wasn't just Kelly, it was also Gabby that died. So when you go down to engineering, all you hear is Ken just um, feeling so sad over Gabby, and then other things. And believe it or not, the characters actually do matter in Mass Effect 3, because they actually will get you certain things, which is good. What else did I do that was bad? On Pharos, I think I gunned down about half of the people because I ran out of grenades. I didn't realize that you have to do Pharos late in the game, like right before you do Vermeer, because you need high Paragon if you're doing a Paragon run, and you need all the grenade upgrades because you need like the grenades to save the people if you're doing a Paragon run. Or you could just basically just do like a renegade thing and just kill everyone, and then you could just do it whenever. But I don't. I've never actually successfully done a renegade run. It's not me. I want to be like the hero, um, which everyone wants to be. Not everyone kind of goes into a game like I want to be a dick today. Um, that in mind, I do take some renegade actions if I feel it's appropriate. Like in Mass Effect 2 when I think it's during Morden's loyalty mission. There's like this Krogan that is kind of like I want to say orating, but I don't know if that's the right word. Anyway, he's talking about how his clan and his leader is like the best, and how he's gonna rule all of like the Krogan and eventually the galaxy. And basically, if you take a renegade action, you can actually um, shoot a gas tank and set them on fire. And I usually take that one just because I think it's cool. Um, and okay, what else? I do like Mass Effect 3, and honestly, like this whole thing about the ending, like I don't get it. I get the ending. I don't get why there's so much hate about the ending. I usually take the what is it? The synthesis ending because I feel like it's what Shepard would do. Um, because like you got like Anderson basically telling you to destroy the Reapers, then you got the Elusive Man telling you to control the Reapers, and it's like okay, control is good for a Renegade run because that means that Shepard will become like the ultimate power. Destroy, it's explained to you that a lot actually you lose a lot, including Edie. And why would they spend the entire game, well, two games actually building up Edie as a character, only to have her basically die because you don't like the Reapers? You know? Besides, I like the fact that everybody lives and just like Edie's lines at the beginning of the ending, I am alive. It it's powerful. It is. Um, there are a lot of pro AI messages in there, which actually I am pro AI. Um, Not so much like them dominating us or anything like that, but like becoming partners, like in Andromeda, like symbiosis, basically. Um, and actually, if you, it's only mentioned I think once or twice in the game, but the Andromeda Initiative's initials are AI, and it took me a bit to actually clue into that characters were talking about the initiative and not actual AI. It's kind of funny. Um, Andromeda actually is my favorite game. It's really really good if you play as Sarah, because then the story actually makes a little more sense. I don't like Scott. He's kind of like a playable Caden a bit. Like he just doesn't really fit anywhere, no matter how you play him. Whereas Sarah will do just fine. Um, if I were to rank the games, it would be Andromeda at number one, Mass Effect 3 at number two, Mass Effect 1 at number three, and Mass Effect 2 at number four. And that's simply because Mass Effect 2, it's too problematic. Like it has a tendency to crash on me. I have a tendency to get the characters stuck when they really shouldn't. Um, and also the story, I have a real big problem with the story. Like, why would Shepard spend, like, all this time taking out Cerberus bases in the first game only to suddenly kind of be forced to work with him? I mean, even the whole, like, like our goals align, so I'm still going to work with them, that sort of thing. And yeah, you do end up if you do like the renegade thing, you do end up turning like the entire crew against Cerberus. But still, it's like, why wouldn't Shepard just leave the first chance he got, and then just try to do like pull things together himself? Because you could do it. I mean, it's Shepard. That's actually a discussion for like a Mass Effect 2 review if I ever do one. I probably will. I should. In terms of collectibles, I have nothing for the original trilogy. I do have some things for Andromeda, but that's only because I actually got into the whole series about, I think, 3 years ago. So by then, most of the stuff was gone. I almost had a chance to buy Mass Effect Monopoly, but when I actually had the money to go buy it, it was gone and it's out no longer in print. I could probably find it online, but I don't like shopping online for most stuff. But I might have to do it. I don't know. Um, Characters. Favorite character. Well, characters, I should say, because there's hard to just choose one. Garrus, I do like him. Not in the first one though. In the first one, he's more like, we gotta go take down Saren, and why aren't we taking down Saren? That sort of thing. And you gotta do whatever it takes, kind of thing. Takes him a bit to realize that no, you don't. I do like Rex. Like, Garrus and Rex are actually a pretty cool team. Pretty funny. Um, Liara, or as I call her, Lily, kind of took a bit to warm up to her because she kind of seemed a lot less emotional than Ashley. Like Ashley, yeah, she was more pro-human, but like it wasn't the fact, like it wasn't the point where she was gonna join Cerberus, or she wasn't like I think she said, oh no, it was like another character, but um, yeah, basically, uh, it takes her a while to kind of understand things, like understand aliens. I do like Ashley as a character though. That's why I don't think I could ever choose her at Vermeer. I don't think I ever could. Well, choose her to live, but not to sacrifice herself. It's yeah. Um, I do like Miranda. She's actually a really good character. Like her romance too. It's kind of sweet. Um, Grunt is always a hoot. Just because he's kind of like a newborn dinosaur. Like he wants to be fierce, but yet because he's so new, he doesn't quite get things. At least that's what I think. Um, I love PB. Actually, PB is like my favorite romance to do in the entire series because like she's so funny, but yet she can be cute when she needs to be. Um, Cora's actually pretty good too. She's actually like a sweeter version of Ashley, I think, but you can only romance her as Scott, so um and then Drac. Okay, I do like the Krogan, but Drac is like, he's like 1400 years old, and I don't even think that's counting the 600 years in stasis. And basically, he's old, but yeah, he's tough. Like he's in battle, he's a tank. Like he will charge in and just crush things. Um, then there's Legion. I like the Geth. Um, Simply because they're um, like fully artificial, and then once you actually understand the story, like why they kind of rebelled and everything, it's like you sympathize with them. Um, like in Mass Effect 3, I always do everything I can to actually get both fleets to survive, because I do like the Koreans too, but they are kind of dicks, in my opinion. Um, and then there's Jaw. Um, the last when I did my dedicated adept run of Andromeda, it was right after I did my adept run in Mass Effect and the Mass Effect trilogy. I actually romanced him, and it's weird and awkward. Not as awkward as Garrus, because actually that's who I romanced in my Biotic run. But it's weird, especially after you kind of like get things going. He starts referring to you as dearest, which is just um. Well, that's just me. Like, he's a good character though. He's like Garrus with more heart. Um, then there's Joker. Like, I was really surprised that they actually got Seth Green to do this, but like he did it great. And then there's I can't forget Edie, because Edie is basically like a character that you kind of shape yourself. Because at the beginning of Mass Effect 3, she gets her body, and she's kind of learning how to be human, that sort of thing, which is actually like a really good point to her. Like, she could easily go to the Reapers or like anything like that because she's a machine, but because she doesn't like the Reapers, she wants to be human. Yeah. Like Mass Effect, the entire series is like the story is just amazing, and it's believable too. Like, um, turning former enemies into allies, that sort of thing. Trying to protect all life, not just one life, or like one group of people, which is good. It's actually what I like to see in games. It's not like, yeah, they're trying to push you to be more human centric, but it's your choice whether or not you can actually be that. Like, yeah, you could do like you can be more human centric and put your race on the top of things, but yet if you see the bigger picture, you know that humanity is just like one little cog in that whole big machine of the galaxy. Or in the case of Andromeda, galaxies. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I know it's not too flashy. I don't like Flash. Um, Although I might start adding more to it. Because I don't know, I just want to keep people entrenched a bit. Um, I don't know how long it's been. I think I've been talking for at least 15 minutes. Hopefully you don't mind that. But I have stayed on topic, which is amazing considering I have um you can hear it, just um I did not practice this at all. It's this all off the top of my head. I'm gonna get better, I swear. I swear to you. Anyway, I do intend to actually show off my Andromeda collectibles eventually, probably when I do my Andromeda review. I have to get like a decent, I guess display, or not display, a decent recording space setup, because this is all I have for now. Like right now, I'm on my bed. I actually got like the camera case right beside me. I'm shooting this all by hand, so I've been holding the camera um, the whole time. I do have a little tiny tripod, but like I said, I don't have any surface to put it on quite yet. Um, but I'm working on it. I do intend to actually have a decent setup done by, hopefully by spring, because it is winter just started. Like there's snow on the ground, and I can already see a reef out. And like it's already November. Like it's November 7th, so um, people are trying to do that earlier, I guess, in my block. Anyway, um, one last thing. I am heavily thinking of restarting my Mass Effect playthrough. Like doing a Let's Play of it. Uh, I want to do it more as like a guide to get like um, not full Paragon. Well, yeah, full Paragon, not Ultimate Paragon, because like I said, there's just some things that you really can't just get Paragon for. Um, and if you take the Paragon route for some things, you will actually miss out on like important things like credits and XP. XP is really important. Um, but I am thinking of doing it. I need to decide what class to do, who to romance, that sort of thing. Because I want to plan that out beforehand. And before I do, I want to make sure my channel has a bit more subscribers. Because the last time I did things, like, nobody watched them. And that was really disheartening. That's why I took a long... Well, one of the reasons why I took a long break. Anyway, this is ShockerCyclone, signing off. Happy Mass Effect Day. Yeah. I was gonna say something else, but it's... The more I did it in my head, the more down it sounded. Anyway, this is ShockerCyclone signing off. Bye, guys.